talk a little bit about your district, the makeup of the district, maybe the boundaries for those of us who aren't familiar with it?
Let's start with the geography of District 2. So District 2 is all of Cass County, and then we go into Lancaster County in the city of Lincoln. We come into Lincoln to about 84th Street on the west side. Our northern barrier is Highway 6 in Lincoln, and our southern barrier is Van Dorn Street. There's also a little bit of a cutout of 70th Street in Van Dorn. We have about 10,000 voters that are in the Lincoln and Lancaster County portion of the district, and then the other 20,000 or so voters are in the Cass County portion of our district. I'm in the tiny village of Nahaka. It's a town of about 170. If you take O Street or Highway 34 east, we're about 30 miles east of Lincoln.
You were also involved in the past few years in some political activity. I read that when extremists tried to ban 52 books in Plattsmouth community schools, you were a senior at a nearby school district, and you were also a student member of the school board, and you got involved in a big way, right? Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, so in Plattsmouth, starting in kind of 2023 and 2024, we had this one school board member. She ran on, we're going to get rid of books that have conversations of race or conversations of LGBTQ, things like that. And she really went into the school board with a political agenda and with an extreme agenda. And so she tried to ban about 52 books in Plattsmouth. The community didn't take kindly to that. It was community members, it was parents, it was students, it was teachers that got together and started this campaign to collect signatures to recall her from the school board. And they were able to collect, it was about 800 signatures that they needed to have this recall election. Over half of those signatures came from registered Republicans. And they came to me and they said, you've run a lot of local campaigns, you've been involved in Cass County for a long time, and you're involved with school issues at Conestoga. Would you consider helping us with this campaign? And I said, of course. And so I got involved kind of the middle of the petition collection process. And I was going to school at the time. I was in my freshman year of college, so it was a lot to juggle. But over my winter break, that December and January of 23 and January 24, we ran a campaign to recall her from the school board. We called voters, we knocked on doors, we wrote postcards, and we were successful in that election. We got 62% of the vote in the Plattsmouth School District to remove her from the school board. And to me, I think that was a big testament that rural Nebraska, conservative areas even, don't like the culture war. They don't like the extremism. They want elected officials that are going to work hard, that are going to do the right thing, that are going to focus on the issues that matter to average Nebraskans. They don't want you to come in with a partisan agenda and to push an extreme agenda. And so we won with 62%, and the majority of voters in that election were still registered Republicans.